Okay, I'm gonna have to actually respawn because I'm trapped in bed.
I had the fun one yesterday where every time I respawned there was a dead guy already in the bed covering up the button that let me get out of bed. I could loot his body.
Don't you just hold like Y or whatever?
Didn't seem to work for some reason.
Huh, weird.
Thankfully, it saved all my equipment.
Okay. He had some attitude.
What was that?
Yeah, that guy next to you. It's like, I think you just synced and like push him away. It's like, oh.
He'll go over it.
Yeah.
Alright guys, thank you for coming to my little mining experiment here. Our objective is going to be mining anything that is not Quantanium.
Half my arm is missing. Fantastic.
We're going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time
or armor?
Armor.
Alright.
Alright guys, thank you for coming. We're going to go ahead and do a mining run on anything that is not Quantanium. So, the preferences is the Agricium, Laranite, Terranite, and Borace, which sounds a lot like Beryl, which is absolute garbage. We're going to take the time to try to scan something that's at least halfway decent, but considering the return value, it's more about just can we do a successful run as opposed to a high financial return. We're going to go...
Does that include planet side or only in the ring?
Planet side, you get the rocks that are up to almost 9,000 kilograms, which is a lot of value, but you can't break them by yourself. For quant runs with a buddy, planet mining is fabulous. The reason that we're starting at Arc L1 is you either can go to, I believe, Lyria for planet mining, or you can do really fast runs on the Air and Halo belt.
Gotcha.
Dun dun dun. Wiz Complex, how are you guys with the mining lasers? Have you ever done it before?
Yes, I have.
Yep.
Thought so. So let's go ahead and we will put Complex in the front mining laser, and Wiz, you'll take port. Safety procedures. When we're doing any type of takeoff or landing, all of the turrets need to be unmanned. During quant jump, if they're manned, they can stay manned. The problem is getting in or out during a quant jump when it creates glitches. If anything overcharges, explodes, pirates, issues, all actions on are the same. We will try to jump back to Arc L1. Anyone who dies or can't get away or glitches will rally at Arc L1.
After that.
And since it's the three of us, there isn't any complicated multi-ship to organize, so I'm going to go ahead and spawn it in.
Cool.
Sweet.
And we are at pad 2.
That too. Be advised, the servers have been terrible today, like terribly desynchy. So it might take some time for the lasers to react and stuff to the power.
Absolutely. So for takeoff, everyone is going to want to find a seat.
Yep. That's it.
Systems activating.
All right.
Systems on.
Hull is green, shields is green. Hydrogen and quant fuel are both green. We have no weapons, we have no missiles, decoy times 48, noise times 5. Pre-flight checks complete. Plotting to her L5. Everyone set in the back?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, taking off. Spooling and aligning. Spooled and aligned. All hands, prepare for quantum jump in seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good jump. Thank you for flying Air Predator. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. We know you have choices, and you chose wrong. No refunds.
Darn it.
All right, so the belt is 1,000,000 kilometers across. From Arc L1 to her L5, it is 8.5 million to 7.5 million away from her L5. We're going to try and get out at around 7.9 million from her L5.
Quantum travel complete.
Roger that.
Correction, bad jump. Not sure what that was. If you guys will hold in your seats in a second, I'm going to make a short 100,000-kilometer jump.
Do that.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
All right, all hands, quantum travel complete. Please man your stations.
Move in.
I'm going to bring up scanning mode. Switch from 360 degree to 180 degree pulses. And tighten up my scanning reticle. So, when you're mining in space, the objects will eventually disappear. And as you're chasing contacts, trust me, you will, at some point, end up going round and round in a circle. They pop up as new contacts, and you'll scan them.
But if you have point of reference, it should be easy enough.
Absolutely.
Alright, port side green.
Front green.
Alright, so the first thing I do is plot towards Arc L1 as my frame of reference. You guys can send pulses, but you cannot do scans. Sorry. If you get your mining crosshair on top of it, though, you can get a composition, but the icons are much bigger. So, as you guys both know, it's really hard to get a reference when you're still moving.
Turning on gyro mode can help with that.
Oh yes. I'm going to pull up my rock Excel spreadsheet. So as you guys pull things up, go ahead and call out anything that you find of interest, because you guys have different angles than me.
Roger.
Do.
Tungsten 12%. skip the Quantanium. It's only 5%, unless we're trying to avoid it. Alright, we'll skip the Quantanium. It's only 5%, and we're trying to avoid it also. So, next time. So when you guys, I don't know if you guys are super familiar with the larger asteroids and the thickness of the field. If you come into the belt and you don't see the large asteroids, you definitely want to make a micro jump, because contacts will be less sparse. Correction, they will be sparse in areas that visually have sparse asteroids.
So basically, you want to be in the middle of the belt.
Kind of. The belt isn't thickest in the middle. It kind of ebbs and flows. So you definitely want to be in the middle of a thick spot, but the middle of the belt itself, the actual middle is actually a gap where there's no asteroids.
Uh-huh. It's like a double ring.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, I'm going to need one of you guys to get a specification on this one, because my scanner's not pulling up what it is. Based on the power transfer, it is not quant, but what it is specifically is not coming up.
I see it as tungsten and hephestite, I think. Hephaestonite? Yeah,
Hephaestonite.
3%.
Wait, how much?
3% tungsten, and then 1.2 hephaestonite.
1.2.
And then it's in there.
Yeah, same.
So, Bexylite, Terranite, Laranite, Agricium, Borace, 10% or more.
Roger. Let's hope Chris Roberts is with us tonight.
If we fail to get anything that matches that, then we'll go ahead and pull up whatever we come across. But since in a quant run we would skip a 2% to look for a higher percent, we're going to go ahead and simulate that a little bit.
Roger.
When we find something good, I'm going to get us to within 500, and then the front laser, I'm going to need you, this is quant, to do a walk-on.
Okay.
For walk-ons, regular, ship calls for strafing or forward and reverse. And if you could tell me the numbers, that gives me a concept, so I don't go really fast if we're too close, or take forever if we still have a ways to go.
Roger that.
I'll try my best. I've not done those kind of comms before.
No stress.
Yeah, same.
2% quant, we're going to skip it. This one's coming up as a dud, we're going to skip it.
Confirmed.
Tungsten, 36%. How do you guys feel about cracking tungsten?
We can do it. It's not on our list, but why not?
Now, normally, it's nice to have one of the mole turrets with filters in case you're doing a scraps, kind of like this. If you know you're going to ignore everything for quant, then you generally don't put filters on the laser heads.
Yeah, for quant it's like what?
You wanna
This
slow
the
down?
lancet
Slow
and
down?
then
Yep, the
Slow down.
lancet and 2 helixes.
Slow down, slow down, slow down. About 150 meters. Can you pitch up?
Yep.
That should be fine, thank you. Wiz, can you get onto that?
yeah.
So,
I'm good on
the optimal amount, are we
Oh,
actually close enough?
Not
that.
quite.
We're sufficient.
Forward slightly. Very slowly. We're at 113 meters. Keep going. 80. Almost there. Almost there. 65. Stop. We're at optimal range at 55 meters.
What's the rock size?
4,931 mass.
Alright, so any one of the lasers can crack it by itself, it will just take forever. So for the secondary laser, you'll want between 5 and 20%, and then have one laser do all the adjustments.
Alright. I'm gonna go for 5 for now, and we can just adjust.
If things go wrong, keep your lasers on and drop it to 0% power. Don't turn them off. If they go really wrong, warn me so that we can get some distance.
Yeah, I can back off. Alright.
Four is at 100%. Charge level is increasing.
I'm gonna go up to 10.
Copy. Reducing to 90. Rock is charging. Reducing to 80.
Going down to 5. Don't cross the streams.
Lovely.
Now,
Flash
these, you do not need any power to help crack, but the secondary laser, you'll just leave it at 0, click it for the bonuses, and the front laser, you're going to handle all the cracking.
Roger that.
Copy that.
Also, for the most part, they fixed the scanning glitch where all of your power information disappeared, which made it really, really dangerous if somebody added their beam, even at 0% while you were halfway through.
Also, it's like registering power even if you don't put power?
When you hit it with the laser, because of the benefits, the bonus to whatever, it has to recalculate everything. So the instability changes, the resistance changes, etc. What used to happen was how close you are to cracking and everything would get set to 0 while it rescanned and adjusted.
Ah, didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, with this game you never know. Supporting.
Just gonna skip the 100% in that ones.
That top one has like laranite.
My normal rule for harvesting is if it has at least 1% quant in the finished piece, or if it has 0 inert, go ahead and gobble it up in the mold. Prospectors you have to be picky on, but not the mold.
Yeah, the mole is fat.
Yeah, but
She
we love
can
her
take
anyway.
it. So I think that's everything. Huh?
Yep, that looks everything. So I guess we'll start extracting.
Everything else for me has too much inert materials.
All right, stand by, guys. Go ahead and just hold out in your seats, and I'm going to bring us back to the station for refining.
Okay.
I think we can find another ore just to fill her up. There seems to be like plenty of tungsten. That's up to you though.
Quantum travel engaged.
Given the time, it go ahead and covers skipping over the low percentages, finding a rock that had a higher percentage. We're going to go to the refinery. You guys can stretch for a second while I store the ship, process the ore, and then we're going to go out for a second run.
Roger that.
So yeah, that's when we'll look for another rock. What was the actual SCU that we grabbed? You guys have?
28.3. Or 28.03.
jump. All jumps complete.
Quantum
All
travel complete.
mining heads, please stand down if you haven't already. Bring us up to speed. 200, 300, 400 ms, 500, 600, 700 s, approaching 800. Going for a 180 reverse thrust.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Dropping landing gear.
Landing gear down.
Wheels down.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Alright, let's get out of here.
With that.
Thank you.
Cool, it's a quick janky. Is that hopping around for everyone else, or just me?
The ship? No, just in this. It's a big ship.
Yeah, for me, the port mining thing is still deployed.
Awkward.
Yeah.
We might give it a repair when you claim it back. Call it back.
Alright, ship restored.
Back again, I see. Welcome.
Two, 6, 2, 2. That's tungsten. All right, that's not bad. Oh.
Need a hazmat team to head down to the subdeck. We got a chem spill.
Alright guys, I'm heading back up to the hangar. If that had been a quant rock, that would have been 210,000.
Yes.
Nice.
For this next run, we're going to switch the mining GIC and the secondary.
Okay.
Pad 2. Unlike combat missions, mining and logistics tends to be more of a pattern and repetition. So that's why we're going for a grab, refine, grab.
Do you still see the for third down complex?
No.
So, probably just
Same
a decent.
thing.
As long as it's client side, not server side.
Yeah.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Course plotted, repaired, refueled. Everyone set back there?
Yes.
Alright, taking off. Spooling and aligning. Spooled and aligned. All hands.
Thank you.
Prepare for
Please
quantum
visit
jump in seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Quantum travel.
Good jump.
Landing gear up.
Alright, let's try to make this jump a hole in one. No, it's not a technical term.
Unless you fire a torpedo at the hammerhead.
Alright, entering the edge of the belt.
Quantum travel complete.
And we are good to go. All hands, please man stations. Replotting to Arc L1, bringing us around.
Sorry, glitch.
Port turret deployed in green.
Main turret deployed in green.
Outstanding, thank you. Okay. Here we have a 30% aluminum. Let's pretend that's quant. Hooray. It's really nice when you get out of jump and right in front of you is a giant piece of quant.
Oh yeah, never happened to me, but that would be nice.
For me, it's an even spread. I've gotten out and seen a full, not just 96, but 100, 200 SCU worth of
Holy
quant. Or I've spent 45 minutes looking for, you know, my minimum cutoff, which for me is 4,000 kilograms at 15.5%. That makes it 100,000 value.
It's still good enough.
Yeah,
And I have very poor. Yeah, I have very poor luck with mining. That's why I don't go fishing as well.
Oh, I caught a 3-inch. What is it called? A chub once. The little fish. Yeah, I don't fish either.
Oh yeah. All right, aluminium. Go forward a bit. Slowly. We're at 94, 90, 80, 70. Good, we're good now. Stop. Are you good there, Complex, or do you need to go?
Yep, lots more for here.
Alright, let's start mining.
Stabilizing.
Slowly increasing.
Sync 4 to 5%.
You can go up to 10, I think.
Right, 10%. So,
Going down to 90. Five.
dropping to 5.
Ooh. Yeah, I desynced here a lot.
Yeah, I just think there as well. It suddenly jumped up.
Holy shit. The rogue disappeared.
Yeah, I think we had a bit of desync issue there and it was slightly overloaded.
Yeah.
I'm not reading any damage to the ship. You guys?
Roger. There was desync on our end. Or
Yeah.
mine at least, for sure.
Things happen. Sometimes Quant overcharges. Or pretend Quant even. Because Chris Roberts loves us.
Alright, let's just start bursting, I guess.
Wait.
On my screen, it's just reappeared.
Yeah, we're singing him also.
Although apparently not the same ones on your screen. Looks like both of you guys are shooting into different directions in space.
I hope we're not.
I have noticed more desync in this patch than usual.
Yeah, it's
even when I'm on my own.
Honestly, I went from desyncing constantly to it's now occasional. Oh look! Fragments of a rock just appeared where you guys were shooting. So once we gobble this all up and end of mission, mission's going to be done. Pathfinders is going to be happy, but personally, I have some transport and mining stuff to get done. If you guys feel like tagging along, that's great. If not, you guys will be dismissed after this.
I can help with mining if you,
Yeah.
if you want to. I don't mind it.
See how I feel. Probably. Should we just start sucking stuff up?
Yep, as a non-quant, there is no reason to hesitate. You can harvest while he finishes cutting, you can harvest at the end.
Yeah, a lot of inert materials as well, though.
I think I've
If
still got
it's
some bits.
100% inert, you hit it with a mining laser at preferably less than 5%, 5% or less, but definitely never above 10% power. It will
No, but it's
spend-
like 50% inert and stuff, and I hate that.
Right. It's okay to destroy the purple ones if you do it carefully. And then they'll get out of your way. When you need them out of your way. Usually that's more planetary mining because you can't just move the ship if it's on top.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes sense.
did that sometimes, and sometimes I ram rocks out of the way of the prospector. Occasionally it works. Flight, could you pitch up about 5 degrees?
Aye, pitch it up about 5 degrees.
Fantastic, thank you.
If you'll stand by. Never mind. I was going to do a slight roll to give you guys a better angle, but you guys are good.
I'm good. Liz, you fine?
Yeah, I'm good. I won't. I can actually. I can see that very left one, but I can see the other ones. Alright. That's it, I guess.
Alright, pulling away. Spooling and aligning.
Retracting.
Retracting.
Port is retracted.
Main is retracted.
Thank you, gentlemen. Chris Roberts decided to adjust my calibration to ARC L4, so spooling and aligning. Spool and align.
We're both sitting down.
Alright, all hands, prepare for a quantum jump in seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Quantum travel.
Jump. 5.5 million kilometers.
Quantum travel.
Waypoint complete.
Quantum
Jump.
travel.
Quantum jump complete.
Quantum travel complete.
Removing SCM limiter. Throttling up to 800. 400. 500. 600. 700. And braking.
Please proceed to
landing
assigned
gear.
landing bay.
SCM limiter restored.
Landing gear.
Approaching bay. Making final approach. Wheels down.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Anybody time that?
Sorry?
Negative. I would say around 3-4 minutes or something. Max. Oh wait, I can time it actually. I'm gonna see what I wrote in Discord 2 seconds. So I wrote it in 21:35. So 2 minutes. No, it's 21:37.
And now the race to start before the quant explodes.
Usually it
or
takes,
notional quant,
you
either
know,
one.
I was wondering how they're going to handle that when they're saying the Starfarer is going to get basically like a port you dump the stuff into. So if you're going to mine containing, are they going to up the timer, or is it going to be a real race to kind of line up to port on the refinery at stations to unload? Or is it still going to be a magical teleport?
Well, I'm hoping that counts as storage, and there's some field or refining process, either one, that allows it to become stable.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Well,
the
the Odyssey is
Starfarer
getting
will
that.
have like special quantium storage or what?
Starfarer is going to get a refinery.
Oh, holy shit! I didn't know that.
Yeah. The Odyssey is going to get a refinery as well, but it's also going to get something that's can stabilize Contanium. Since you
Successful store.
You're supposed to be able to go out and mine Contanium in that and use that as fuel for that ship. What my thinking is this, so yeah, Starfarer is going to be a mobile refinery, and there's like a port they showed where you dump your ore. So is it still going to be a magical teleport of Contanium from your mining ship to the refinery, or is they're gonna dump that port on all the refineries, and you can basically have to dock your ship to it and then unload that way when they do like the whole cargo refactoring?
So that'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But as I was saying, the Contanium countdown, is that going to be increased, or maybe there's some sort of module you're going to have to get to stabilize it so you get more time? Because that's going to add minutes onto getting that stuff in there.
So yeah, 800 is a magic number, don't exceed it. And that's only with a retro burn, not reverse thrusters.
Hi, good to have you
Are
back.
you talking about trying to slow down?
Yep. Approaching the
everything
station
alright?
at 800 meters per second instead of the regular max speed, which is 120.
I haven't quite got the hang of that yet. I keep blowing past the stations when I'm in my barger ships.
Well, the hold on one second. One 376. $19.05 aluminum. Yield 463 corundum. And 27 yield for Vexilite. Alright, sorry about that. Well, where were we?
Talking about speed on larger ships. Trying to stop
Yeah,
that.
the main engines are always built way more powerful, but they treat it as the, I forget what it's called, the spherical ship where you've got thrusters in all directions, the concept. So, if you're using your maneuvering thrusters and your reverse thrusters, that's what the SCM is based on. How can you practically maneuver based on those units of energy? But your main thrusters are way more powerful. So if you come in at a straight angle, somewhere where you won't hit something when you overshoot, then do a 180 flip, which is what your reverse direction indicator is for. Then you're using your main engine to reduce speed.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I need to start doing that again.
But that's, you know, for the quant race. All right, I am coming back up. If we can just go ahead and form up, that would be beautiful, guys. All right. Thank you guys for coming to my mining event. I really appreciate your assistance and the notional quantanium for the Pathfinders. I don't think we ran across any insurmountable issues. And let's go ahead and cover the pros, cons, and how you guys felt about it. Starting with Wiz.
I think you did well. Like it was nice. You know, chill like mining is always. So I really don't have much to comment on. I'm not really certified in any of Trident stuff, so I don't know the proper comms. But I do enjoy it, and yeah, I'll help you anytime you need me. So, like, of course, if I have the schedule in, but I'll be glad to help if I can.
Awesome. Thank you. Complex?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing, really. Mining I find quite relaxing in the game. It's a shame that more people didn't sign up for this one, but yeah, no issues and all went very well. So thanks.
Awesome. Thank you guys for coming. You guys both did fabulous. And I'm going to go ahead and call Index. And if you'll stand by for 1 second.